An ABC News exclusive, jurors in the Jodi Arias murder trial speaking out now about why they could not deliver a verdict on the death penalty and what they really think about the woman they found guilty of committing that brutal murder. ABC's John Schriffen has the story.
By a show of hands, who voted to give Jodi Arias the death penalty? All three of you. Why?
Because the state proved their case. It was premeditated.
Finally free to speak about the case. Three of the jurors in one of the most sensational trials in recent memory are revealing to ABC News exclusively what happened behind closed courtroom doors.
It was extremely gut-wrenching, extremely emotional, very taxing.
After quickly finding Jodi Arias guilty of first-degree murder in the death of ex-boyfriend Travis Alexander, these jurors say that determining a sentence of life or death for the 32-year-old was their most difficult decision.
For me, it was the brutality and then the way that he was treated after death and shoved in a shower and left. That's pretty brutal.
Those four who decided to vote to give her life in prison, what was their reasoning?
They felt there was more mitigating factors that outweighed the aggravating factors.
What punishment fit the crime wasn't the only issue this jury disagreed on. Jury foreman Bill Zervakos told ABC that abuse was a key factor in determining a sentence.
I believe in my heart and soul that she was mentally and verbally abused.
But others saw things differently.
Some of us believed that she was verbally abused. Some believed she was emotionally abused. Some believed she was physically abused. Some believed she wasn't abused at all.
Yet none of the jurors we spoke to say they bought Arias' claim of self-defense.
What she was telling me just didn't weigh true to me. Nothing weighed true to me.
I noticed pretty early on is when Jodi tells a story and she babbles and she adds things on, it's a clear indication to me that she's lying.
This whole concept of self-defense was just so non-plausible.
Why couldn't this jury come to a consensus and give Jodi Arias the death penalty?
You need to remember that each person have different varying ways to analyze and to look at things.
Is ordered declaring a mistrial as to the penalty phase.
When it was announced in court, two very different emotions from Jodi Arias let out a sigh. The family of Travis Alexander broke down to tears.
Yes.
How did you react?
I cried.
As we exited that jury box, it was facing the family. I told them, I'm sorry.
And for this jury, that's how it ended, the judge declaring a mistrial. Meanwhile, Arias' story lives on. Lifetime releasing a clip of their movie Jodi Arias' Dirty Little Secret over the weekend. That movie is set to air June 22nd. But the real-life drama resumes in July, when a brand new jury will be tasked with deciding life or death for Arias. These jurors hope the next group can finish what they started.
So your response to people who may think you didn't do your job?
All we did was not reach a unanimous verdict. We did our jobs.